if we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Casket Plays. What's my name? And welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. So we are still in the Blighted Village. I loaded in and Shadowheart wants to talk to me. It's possible it's forgotten that we already just talked about what happened with the schoolbook thing, or that she's got something else to say. She is a very chatty lady. So we'll see what Shadowheart has to say, and then we've got a couple more buildings to explore and a windmill.
There's something I've been wanting to share with you, if now's a good time.
I'm all ears. I feel like this is new.
It's difficult to put into words. I think it might be easier to just show you. Use the tadpole. The connection. Come into my mind.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I trust you.
Okay.
I don't remember how it started. Only how it ended. I was fleeing. She asked my name. Can't remember what I said. Can't remember anything before those words. All I know is she saved my life and gave me a new home with Lady Shah. It hurts. That's all I remember.
Something sparks in your memory about Selûnite rites of passage. You heard once about how they would send their children out into the wilds to navigate their way home.
You looked like you were wearing a moonstone. Isn't that commonly worn by Selûnites?
You're reading too much into things. A childhood bauble, that's all. Just because Selûnites claim something doesn't mean they own it.
No wonder you're so dedicated to Shah. You feel like you owe your life to her.
Lady Shah. But yes, her and those who saved me and taught me her ways. The Mother Superior. She made me who I am. At least as best as I can remember. She taught me, trained me, punished me when I failed her. Which was often.
You must have been important to her. Honestly, I feel like that second answer is more appropriate, but I'll go with the first one.
Perhaps I was. She sent me on this mission after all.
Alright, this is just going back into the main menu, so I'll just leave it at that, I think. So that journal update will just be telling us what we've learned about Shadowheart.
At the ready. What's that?
I don't know, what are we highlighting? I genuinely don't know what that was. I didn't see it. Where was it? I think Shadowheart's in some pretty serious denial when she's wearing moonstones. She was participating in a rite that seems to be Selûnite adjacent, and she had a memory trigger when she was in a schoolhouse of a village called Moonhaven. But that's okay. We will let her engage in the copium in which she's chosen to engage. Oh, by the way, after I recorded the last video, I did very quickly pop back to the Emerald Grove and I sold everything. So we currently have clean inventories, which is delightful.
Need to find a way forward.
So there's also this building, which that has a locked door. Oh, and here's the chest I went and got Astarion for in the first place, like at the start of the last part, and then I never opened
Let's
it.
hope for gold.
Ooh, we found a moss-covered key. A hat. Haste Helm, momentum for 3 turns. At the start of combat, the wearer gains momentum. Momentum is spurred on by a sense of urgency. The affected entity's movement speed is increased by 1.5 meters per remaining duration of this effect. Very nice. Very nice. I feel like Lae'zel, probably, because she's our main melee combat soldier. I also
My faith will guide
want
me.
to hide hers during dialogues because it's been annoying me and I've been continuing to forget about it every single time. So we're going over here. That is locked. All right, Starian, can I get you to... Thanks. Easy. All right. When it says use thieves' tools, they're only actually consumed if
No one back home will ever believe
you fail. Ooh, that can go to Astarian. So you may recall we found a plan when we first walked into the village about there being a master blacksmith here. I'm lighting the torches as I go just so the video is not too dark. The characters are, I think, mostly have low light vision. So if you see when she turns, the sight, see that light on the wall? That's actually indicating her low light vision because she's half elf. This guy had a lot of thieves' tools, just saying. Very sussy blacksmith. Or maybe he was making them for other people. Maybe that's it. But, oh boy. It's good, right? We need them. Ooh, more weapons to sell. I know, in theory, keeping the spears, because you can throw them.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
I know you can throw spears and daggers and stuff.
Something
I don't
good
tend to
here,
play
I
with
hope.
thrown weapons much. I know the stronger the character doing the throwing, the better. So it's good for a character like Lae'zel, but I'd rather just kind of run in and whack stuff, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh my gosh, Astarian, you aren't making out like a bandit. So we have a furnace. We can, in theory, light it and do stuff with it, but right now this doesn't do anything. So let's come over here. In fact, let's have Astarian come over here, just in case. I mean, he should be alright, but just in case. Guidance, please. Yeah, easy. Let's read this. Precise arcs and neatly drawn lines form the blueprints of 3 weapons, a greatsword, a sickle, and a dagger. Each length and angle is marked with the exact measurements, and forging instructions are printed carefully along the bottom of the page, emphasizing an unusual ingredient, Susa bark. That's how I'm choosing to say that. I don't actually. My brain wants to say Susa. It's like a bit suspicious. No, Susa. The Susa bark can only be applied to an ordinary unmodified blade. So basically we can make a magical weapon, greatsword, sickle, or dagger.
Weapon blueprints. They call for Susa bark.
We didn't
If
actually
only I knew where to
pick up.
find some.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Let's lockpick
Hardly
this.
a challenge.
Ooh, we also have some notes. Specimen metal, hardness 9.5, very hard, melting point unknown, color silver, markings, red lacerations flecked with yellow dust, source underdark, question mark. Gift from redacted, faintly sulfuric odor, forging unsuccessful, will not melt or warp at standard temperature, which is this. It says it's infernal iron. He obviously didn't get the tooltip because otherwise he would have known it didn't come from the underdark, but we'll send that to camp. We will also send that to camp. Now, a light finesse weapon. If she uses that, I think she can dual hand because the rapier's too big. Yes. The rapier's not, because it's not a light weapon, it's a finesse weapon. She can't dual wield with it. It's just too heavy. But she can dual wield with this sword. We will obviously try and get her a magical dagger. Speaking of which, the thing said a sickle, a great sword, or a dagger. I don't know if I have any great swords on me, but we definitely picked up a dagger. I might leave it here because otherwise I will sell it. At some point I'll be like, why am I carrying this dagger around? And I will hock it. Drop that. We have a magic ring. I've been meaning to get a backpack for a star and I keep forgetting. I want to hang on to it. It's the one he got from the kids in the grove that were trying to con him. I like to collect trinkets for my characters. It makes me feel like being like, oh, that's sentimental. All right, so I think we're done in here for now. We've learned that there's a recipe. We need something called Susa bark and we can get out of here. Now there was a barn which we didn't open behind this thing. Yes, over here maybe. And then we'll go to the windmill and then we will be done with the blighted village other than whatever's down well. There's the windmill over there, so we'll do that next. Oh, there is a magic dagger up here, I think. I I wonder if I can get that out.
A feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
We could try sleight of hand. I really should be letting Astarion do this, but that's alright. Don't break it! I really want it. Roll again. Yay! I was just saying I wanted a magical dagger.
Your cautious method pays off. The dagger glides smoothly out of the mystery meat.
Neat. I can immediately add that to Wes, and now she has 2 magical weapons. Nice.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan. Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
Hello, anybody in there?
Go away!
They're your eyes, YouTube. I do have the nudity filter ticked, so we should be safe. It's fine. Just don't look.
Leave it. Whoever's inside doesn't want an audience, and I don't want to fight.
I'm gonna open it anyway. I want the XP. Also, I know Astarion approves of this action. So, and I want the reputation with Astarion. So...
What the hell are you doing?
Bard persuasion. Let's see if this'll work. Do carry on. There's bookshops in Baldur's Gate that'd pay well for this kind of smut. I wonder if I could pull this off. I've never had a dice roll for this before. It's always just gone into a combat. Look at Astarion's face. He's got this big grin.
Tell of my rutting, my virility.
Don't want this puny rutting written down.
Uh-oh.
Puny! I am strong! I am virile! I am
Enough! Oh, a moment ruined. Passion squished like slow goats underfoot. Oh, we leave.
I've never gotten through that without a fight before. I wanted the XP. You do, if you avoid an encounter with talking, you do get the XP for it, in theory. But mainly, I wanted the reputation with Astarion, I'm not gonna lie. That's the only reason I opened that door. Because I'm playing good, and it is hard to do things that he approves of. So, let's go to the windmill. I'm impressed. I thought for sure we were gonna have a fight on our hands. There you go. Now, this is where the goblins said the boss of the goblins for this raiding party is.
Look what we got here. Another little birdie wanting to fly. Stop this thing! Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you. Hope you got a stomach for heights.
What the hell's he doing?
What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly.
Let me rephrase that. Why are you doing this?
'Cause it makes me laugh.
Fun's over. Release the gnome at once.
You want this little cave lurking what's it? Find your own. He's ours!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
You will release the gnome. That's an order. Oh, hey, it's letting us do a dice roll. There's no point rolling guidance. We will win this roll unless we roll a 1. So there's no point adding it. Save me a mouse click.
Yes. Whatever you want.
Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten. The goblin's nostrils flare nervously. All of his bluster seems to vanish.
We're leaving.
What about the gnome? Ain't we supposed to bring him to...
I said we're leaving! Apologies, my lady. We didn't mean to doubt a true soul. We'll be off.
Yeah, you better run.
Scared mates.
Oh, everybody wants to talk about what just happened. Is that the first time I've used that power? I mean, we've used the mind link a few times. We failed to resist using the power on the dwarf that was dying. Uh-oh, this is bugged out. It just says continue.
Ignore it. Deny it. This is nothing but a disease, and every use will sicken us further.
Nonsense. Any power freely given is a power well received, and this is a valuable power indeed.
It's only valuable if we understand it. And we don't. Not yet, at least.
I think Shadowheart's right. Astarian's all in on team power. Lae'zel is wildly... Her race has a long-standing thousands-of-year-old beef. Yeah, she's been raised to fear Mind Flayers because of the Githyanki history with them. The Githyanki used to be slaves to the Mind Flayers, like historically over thousands of years. But I think we're in the middle. We're going to say these are strange times and even stranger powers. We should seek to understand them before we make any rash decisions. I love that we've just left the gnome on the windmill while this is happening.
Sensible.
We compromised and made nobody happy. I'm not sure I can communicate with him while he's on there. Let's see if I can figure a way to turn this off. Alright, there's a ladder there. I'm trying, okay? Now, read the labels. Read the labels. This is important. Brake lever, release brake lever. Don't hit release brake. That releases the brake. The gnome has a very bad time if you hit the other one. A lot of people do that by accident because they see the word release and they're like, yeah, this guy's trapped. I want to release him. So they click it on accident. I've actually never done it. I have seen video footage of it though, and it is, to be fair, pretty funny. All right, we're coming. Sorry, I just had to loot some stuff while I was up here.
Untie me.
I'm doing it.
Cut me loose.
I'll free him.
Bagakamara. Those pustulant thugs. Well, get on with it.
Get on with what?
You saved me. Now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes?
I'd rather know how you got caught.
My own fault, really. I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
You're a little far from home for a deep gnome.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
Bye. I like him. He does come up again, depending which path you take. If you go to the Underdark, you will again cross his path. Alright, let's have a look under here. Oh look, there's a heavy backpack and also a heavy chest. Ooh, boots. These are medium armor. When the wearer dashes or takes a similar action during combat, they gain 3 lightning charges. Lightning courses through you, you have +1 to attack rolls and deal an additional 1 lightning damage. If you gain 5 charges, they're consumed the next time you deal damage, and you deal an additional 1d8. It doesn't hurt to wear them because we are wearing rubbish right now. They look a little ridiculous with what she's wearing is the only thing. I might super quickly just pop a bit of dye over them so at least the colour is in line with Synth. This is the heavy backpack that belonged to Wilburn the gnome. Now, I actually don't know if this backpack itself is heavier than a normal backpack. Like, this is 1 pound. So I don't actually think it's any heavier than a normal backpack. And I did want one for Astarian so he could start collecting things. Alright, go over here. You can see the goblins from over here. This is a broken statue of Selûne, you can see right there. I think if Shadowheart hasn't had the experience with the school book, I think this will trigger something similar. So the only other thing I might do is we'll poke ahead into the well.
Apart from an overgrowth of moss, the well looks unremarkable.
Throw a coin into the well.
The coin disappears into the well. After a moment, you hear a soft clink, not a splash.
Climb down the bucket rope.
Better not touch the webs. I'd hate to disturb the locals.
My coin. Trigger warning for spiders in this part, by the way. Oh, a greatsword. We needed that. And a backpack, which will also be handy. Oh, that's marked red because it counts as stealing. Okay, so we've just alerted somebody.
Something didn't like that.
Yeah.
Another step forward.
Light down here. So let's go investigate. Another backpack. Gosh, we have a torch, a burnt journal. Most of this book's pages have been carefully burned away. Those that remain contain a single sentence rewritten in varying stages of agitation. In her form I find ecstasy. The spell is not enough. A bloody journal. Though originally a screed on Lolth, penned in blood, this book's crimson script has been smeared away in several places, a different handwriting atop it. Now, Lolth is the spider god of the subterranean elf species called Drow. I recall my life upon the surface with more than regret. I weep for the decades spent treading the murky waters of profanity, while my true queen waited in the shadows. Even my name, Elliot, feels foreign and foul upon my tongue. A high elf exalted by Lolth herself. My captors can't fathom it. So Elliot is saying she was a high elf, but she's been chosen by the Drow goddess, Spider Queen. But I see their house's downfall in visions granted by the Spider Queen herself. When that day comes, when some unnamed whelp from an insignificant house cuts the matron mother's throat, I will escape. I will find solitude, and I will worship Lolth with my very soul. So she was captured by the Drow and then had a conversion. We will read quickly about soul coins. So soul coins are basically the currency of the Hells. Each coin contains a soul, presumably like Bitcoin. So they're worth quite a bit. Yeah, so that's the gist of what that's all about. And this is about Gith and Mind Flayers. I was just talking about this. So several chapters, one for each cited source, first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers. So Palador the Swift was a wood elf storyteller. Long ago, before my eyes and ears, before your lonesome quill described, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief. An empire of brain-eaters, soul-wasters. They called themselves Illithids, the flayers of minds. The children of Gith, the Githyanki, were bowed, bent in service to the flayers, a passionate people made to serve a cold belief. The flayers were untouchable, their minds a great oppressor. No proud will or passion could break Gith's children free. They have psionic abilities, so mind control powers. I mean, we've been using telepathy, so that tracks. Until at last, a reckoning, its source unknown, its power unproven, but its events history-making. The cowed would not be cracked. Gith's children fought back valiantly, their freedom theirs, the flayers bent and broken till today. I'm gonna give that to Lae'zel. I think she would like that book. We have a web-covered journal. So many journals. The book's leaves are stuck together with thick webbing that leaches ink when pulled from the page. Only the final entry remains remotely legible. It is time. I will forever transcend this blasphemous flesh and refashion myself in the Queen's image. No longer will I be bound to this lowly form, this base shape of organ and bone. Even the arachnomancers of Menzoberranzan shall weep at my feet. Their little spells so feeble and fleeting. Today I found the house of Lolth, and I shall be its matriarch. Wonderful. We have another journal. They can sense my devotion. It draws them. I hear them in the shadows. Whispers from the dark mother. I woke to a gift wrapped in spider silk, a pair of boots taken from a heretic's corpse. Lolth sends her daughters to reward my faith, to let me know I'm on the right path. Another gift, the corpse of a drow, sigil scarred upon his face, an arachnomancer, one with the power to inhabit the spider's form. It is a message, a calling. My blood already dries upon the dagger, her blessing carved into my skin. Okay, so we have a high elf who went crazy and turned into a spider. Got it. Spider step boots. Very handy. I might give them to Astarion. Alright, so what have we got a view of out this window? More spider webs. Lots of little spiders moving on the ground here. Lovely. Oof, don't jump down there. That would end badly. We've got some bats. We've got what look like eggs. Ugh, gross. What level are we? Level 3. I'm like, do I want to be fighting the transformed chosen of the goddess of the drow at level 3? I'm not sure, to be honest. Last time I did this fight, I did it on honor mode. I was much higher level because I had to be, because otherwise it was an instant wipe. I'm going to put that die on you. So he can walk on spider webs now. That's what those boots do. So he won't get stuck. He won't have to make a skill check or be stuck. There's another backpack over there that I would like to get a look at. Maybe I'll have Laser go first. Just in case.
Securing.
Uh-oh. Oh, we are just outside that sight cone. I really want this bag, though. Damn it. I almost made it out of range. It's alright.
On my way.
Can I crouch?
I'll do it my way.
I'll do it my way. Woof. Alright, these guys are really annoying because they can teleport. See? Annoying. And I don't know what these are, these little eticaps. I think they're like part spider monsters. Ugh, gross. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to have Shadowheart do is bless. I think Astarion is actually out of sight, so I'll just focus on the 3 that I can see. Just to help out. I will endeavour to move out of the web. We did it! Can I jump over the web? I can. Attack defensively. Let's do that. Nice. We have the height. There's a height advantage mechanic. See how there's a low ground buff under the name? Does that burn the bridge? Ah, I was hoping it would burn the bridge too. And I would like you, madam. Aid. Heal your allies, increase hit points. Sounds good. I'm assuming Tasha's hideous laughter needs to be... Okay, they need an intelligence of 5 or more. Do you have an intelligence of 5 or more? You do! Jolly good.
With finesse.
LOL. Alright, 1 spider down. I don't want to walk on the web because she'll have to make another saving throw. I mean, we could try and walk on the web. I just don't think it's going to end well.
No time to waste.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. Can I reach it from here, though? I cannot. That's very annoying. Now, he's got the web boots on, so I'm not worried about him. Alright, he just got up.
Death won't take me yet.
Yes! Double attack! Because we have a flanking bonus, because Synth is in melee combat with the Ettercap guy. He can use his sneak attack. Done. Alright. Easy. Oof. That poison is not doing me any favors. Yeah, okay, can we stop with the poison? Can I do a long rest? I can. Or a short rest.
Some rest's better than
I wasted those healing potions. I shouldn't have bothered. Lae'zel did loot a backpack right before the fight kicked off. We didn't have a time to look at it. So let's have a look what's in here. We have Alchemist's Fire and a journal. If you didn't notice, this is the apprentice's journal. This is the journal of the apprentice to the apothecary. Let it be known that I left my homeland because I was bound to my master and not because I chose to. Were it not for the oath I swore, I would still be home serving the Zolkirs and not tending to hogpox in this crude hamlet. However, an oath is an oath, and I will serve him as my duty until I am released. The earlier journal entries are written in a delicate, intricate script that gets rougher and wilder the more pages you turn. It ends with one hastily scrawled entry. They did it! The Dark Justiciars got the old bastard before the Zolks could. Now he's bleeding out, and once he's gone, I'll be free of this oath. I can go back. Interesting. I was assuming that the raid and the smoke on the horizon was the goblins, and that it was recent. But the Dark Justiciars got here first, and then by the time the goblins arrived, the town had already been sacked. Interesting. I'll return the tome of necromancy he stole. They'll forgive me then. They'll know I'm loyal. The key gem's secure in the tunnels. Once I have it, I'll slip into the cellar, take what I can carry, and then home. Sucks to be you, doesn't it? So we're looking for a gem. I'm not going to go down there in this part, because that's going to be a whole thing. We are pretty well placed for spells. Shadowheart could actually use a rest, but do we have a long rest, maybe? What I'm hoping to do with Astarion is once you get close enough in here, you can see the gem, and then I can try and have him sneak to collect it. Maybe we could do it without getting into a fight, but I'm not super confident, and she's not well placed right now. I'd rather go back to camp and actually get Gale, and he'll be fresh, whereas Shadowheart obviously isn't. So why don't we do that? I love how the campsite changes depending on... Oh, hey, there's a backpack here. The campsite changes depending on where you are when you go to camp. I will make sure everyone has a backpack while I'm here. All right. Have you got one? You do now. Have you got one? Not yet. So we can give that to him. So let's grab Gale. And then I think we'll take a break and we'll deal with the spider matriarch transformed elf lady.
I do enjoy our conversations.
In the next part.
What do you need?
I need you to join me. Didn't we have this conversation already? It's still giving me this option. We already had the post-magic scene conversation with him. I guess we could say it just to clear it out. I don't feel like it's something she would say, though. What do you make of having a vampire in our camp?
We all have our burdens, one way or the other.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'd be delighted, though someone else will need to watch the cook pot, of course.
Sure, Shadowheart.
Lead on, then.
All right, just so I don't forget for next time, I'm going to cast that on Gale. And then I'm going to leave this part here on this delightful spiderweb strewn view. Apologies again if you're an arachnophobe. If it's any consolation,
quite ready for you.
They're not real. If you've enjoyed, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions, thoughts, feelings, vibes, I'd love to hear from you guys. And, you know, if you have enjoyed, please like. It does actually make a difference. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to wash your hands, even more important. And I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.